Do we see my screen over here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is an example of a Google Ads account that we're running here, just like internally.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see that if you set it up correctly, you'll be able to do it. And we have different kind of Google Ads campaigns. Google, you guys need to know Google Ads. Okay, I just want to be clear about that. Like that is definitely something that you guys should be, fully aware of how to basically do. Because many businesses are going to be super successful using Google Ads and be less successful with Meta. Okay. So for example, the number one thing is this, right? When it comes to Google Ads, you have a couple objectives. You can do video ads, you can do search ads, those are different placements, but you can also do different objectives. You can generate different leads, send traffic somewhere, etc. Right? So there's a couple the problem though is that there's no right way to run Google Ads. You need to have it understood in a specialized level. So I'll give you I'm going to make this very easy to understand, because there's people get this wrong like so many times. They think it's all the same, but it's really not. So you have really we'll kind of segregate this into two buckets here. Okay, you have these two buckets here. First bucket, YouTube ads. Okay. Second bucket, Google ads. That's how I like to look at it, because they're completely separate, like the way we set them up. So all right. So prerequisites for YouTube ads, you're going to need a high converting video creative. This has to be like super intentional. You have to create this from scratch. You can't just use some Canva shit. It has to be proper. Okay. So you need a high converting creative. Inside that creative, you're going to have a 6-second amazing hook that allows that people don't skip, right? Then you're going to need as well a 1 to 2 minute, or sorry, we'll say 30-second to 2 minute unique insights that you provide in the ad or teach them. And then you need a call to action. Okay. So that's how, and that can typically be 10 seconds to 30 seconds call to action. So you need those things to even get a good creative, and you need a good creative to run YouTube ads. You can't just test it out like that, right? You need to actually build like a really good creative. Okay. So anyways, once you have those really good creatives, what's interesting about YouTube ads is there's a lot you can do here. So when it comes to targeting, okay, you can target by what's called in-market audiences. Okay, these are people that are in the market for that thing. Okay, so we say in-market audience, we say, okay, someone wants to target, let's just say, people who are in the market for a pre-construction condo, or who are in the market for home renovation services, right? Or who are in the market for lead gen, looking for lead generation, or who are in the market for our search engine optimization services, right? Or who are in the market for pet supplies, right? This means, in Google's language, in market means that you're targeting people that are searching in Google, right? For pet supplies, for lead gen agencies, for dentistry, for whatever the hell, right? So do we understand what in-market audiences are?
Yeah.
Okay. So targeting wise, you have in-market audiences, and this is going to be like people searching for that. Okay. And then you're also going to have targeting in the form of competitors, right? Competitors, and how this is done is through channels, right? So you make a list of, let's just say 1,000 channels similar to yours or similar to your offer, right? You might not even have a channel and you just want to run YouTube ads. similar to your offer, right? So, and then like, for example, and then you run ads on their specific channels. Okay. So what that does is they've already worked so hard to build up an audience. So when you run your ads on top of their audience, and that audience has to be like similar to what you're trying to sell, then you can get good resonance and stand out when it comes to competitor targeting on YouTube or in market audiences. That's what we teach. Okay. So that's how YouTube works. Okay. Now, as it relates to Google, it's very much a different thing. Okay. So you don't need any high converting creative. What you need here is a landing page. Okay. And this landing page needs to be, we'll call it Google Ads style landing page. That's what you need. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then that landing page is going to need to have, automations when people sign up. Plus we'll need retargeting. You're going to need to also set up retargeting ads on Meta. So anyone who comes in through Google, through our Google landing page, we're going to install a pixel, okay, on the Google landing page. Install pixel for Meta. And anyone who comes in from Google search, okay, this is going to be Google search ads. Okay, so anyone who comes in from the specific search terms, keywords we want them to search, they're going to hit our landing page. From the landing page, they're going to be able to convert or not convert. There's a specific style landing page you need, which we'll talk about. We're going to have a pixel on there so we can retarget them with meta ads should they not convert. And then you're also going to need automations for when the people actually sign up, right? So
can I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
So regarding landing pages, and regarding retargeting, I saw that lesson before that you posted on retargeting ads, and I didn't get the process on how can I collect the data from Google Ads and put it into Facebook. Because when people are clicking, they don't collect their
it's not this magical process. It's really simple, right? Actually really simple. You just install the pixels. That's all you do.
Okay. And
not so some long process. You just install both pixels and then you can target website traffic from Meta.
Okay, and so for landing pages, should they buy new domains every time for these customers for this
No.
I can do
you should have one domain per niche, 1 to 2 domains per niche max. And then you're reusing your domain, right? Like, let's just say you build a Facebook page, right? You're gonna name it the client's name. The Facebook page you're gonna have is gonna be called, Super Pet Store, right? If you're that would be the name of it, but your client's brand name is, Johnny's Pet Store. Calling yours Super Pet Store, so the domain you buy is also Super Pet Store, right? So, and if you set it up that way, then, you're going to own and set up all DNS, control all the assets yourself, not have to buy hundreds of domains or these types of things.
So, and it's no matter where I'm going to build out this landing page, it shouldn't be WordPress. It could be
yeah, let's do it like this, Anna. Let's get into questions later. Okay, for now, I'll continue explaining what I was saying, and then if you have any questions, just write them down, and we'll jump into them. Okay.
Sure.
So you have the YouTube ads. Does this make sense? The YouTube ads?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need one creative that's super awesome, video creative, and you need to understand how the targeting works, so that you can actually leverage it, and then we'll talk about how to set it up. But that's the most important thing. Now with Google Ads, I left one thing out here, which is that you can target people based on which websites they visit. Because this is Google, you can say, okay, I'm going to create a custom audience for people who visited, let's just say realtor.com, in the last 60 days, right? Google has all that data, so you can target people by what websites they visit online, right? Now, same thing here. So Google Ads here, you're going to be doing it mostly by keywords. So targeting is going to be done mostly by keyword searches. Now, with keyword searches, you're going to have 3 types of targets. You're going to have exact match. You're going to have phrase match, and you're also going to have broad match, okay? I suggest you guys look into the differences between the between the 3. But this is just a way to set up your keyword campaign. Exact match is a keyword, like it has to be exactly that keyword that you're targeting. So for example, if I do Toronto dentist services, right? Like if someone typed in, instead of Toronto dentist services, if someone typed in Toronto dentist service, just 1 letter off, Toronto dentist service, okay, my ad won't show if that happened, because under exact match keywords, it has to be an exact match, okay? That's how it works. It has to be an exact match. So if in my Google Ads campaign, I'm targeting Toronto dentist services, that's what I'm targeting. It has to have an S. Then my ad is going to show, because I'm using exact match. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So with exact match, because they have to type out exactly the same thing, not even one mistake, not even 1 hyphen difference. See what I mean? It has to be the exact way, not even 1 capital letter, all this shit. It has to be exactly how you do it, right? So if it's exact match, then in order for your ads, you know how when in meta ads, it shows on the side how big your audience is before you launch your ads, right? It says 1 million people to 2 million people that you're targeting with these ads. So you'll actually, if you're using an exact match, it's not going to be enough people that are typing in the exact match. You see what I mean? So the ads won't be able to run as well, won't be able to spend as well, because you're only targeting 1 keyword for exact match, right? So if you are going to use, and remember, exact match actually brings in better leads, from my opinion, right? So if you want to use exact match strategy, you need to think of hundreds of exact match keywords.
And hundreds of possible mistakes that people can make.
Exactly, and hundreds of possible mistakes. So you need to load in, like for example, we're doing an exact match campaign for this client. And these are their core keywords. Okay. And we're doing an exact match campaign for all of these keywords, plus all of these cities. So in the US, right? So you have, for example, load dispatch company, Kingman, right? Load dispatch company, Atlanta, load dispatch company, every single, place in the US, basically, right? So we're doing like thousands of keywords, actually, all exact match. So so that's what exact match is. Okay, it's basically the exact thing that they're typing. Okay, and then phrase match is not, it's not the exact thing that they're typing, but it includes some of the words that they're typing, right? So it can be like in a run-on keyword, your ad will also appear, because I'm targeting Toronto dentist services, right? If I'm targeting that, and let's just say someone types in Toronto dentist services pricing, right? Let's just say someone searches this, right? If I'm doing phrase match, okay, then my ad will still appear. Like if we go back, look who's advertising right now, capitaldentistry.ca. You see? For Toronto dentist services. And you also have Kaplan Dental, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Capital Dentistry, Kaplan Dental. But if we put in pricing, the word price, it's the same keyword, right?
Yeah.
But we just put in the word pricing. Now we
There's
don't have
only yours.
those two. Those guys are gone,
Mhm.
right? It's new guys, right? So when you do phrase match for
Mhm.
this keyword, my ad will still appear on this search here. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So it'll just take the keyword as a phrase, and any keyword that has that in the phrase, it will still show the ads for. Okay.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
phrase match. Then broad match. Broad match is typically will get you more traffic, like will get you like way more traffic, right? But typically is not as targeted traffic, right? Because if I do broad match for, let's just say, Toronto dentist, right? Then it's gonna find me keywords that have Toronto, that Toronto applied to, and dentist applied to, and it's gonna have all those searches, right? So people could type in like, let's just say someone types in like dentist lawsuits, right? This has nothing to do. I don't want to hire a dentist here. I'm just looking for a dentist lawsuit, right? And because I'm the keyword dentist, right, is in the keyword, broad match will pick it up and my ad will appear. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so now you understand Google search. You have 3 different types of keyword targets: exact match, phrase match, broad match. Okay.
Yeah.
As it relates to landing pages, okay, we're gonna look at Toronto. Let's do Toronto landscaping services. Okay. Let's see which types of landing pages we have here as ads, right? So this is the first landing page. Okay, this is not an example of what you would want to do for Google Ads. Definitely don't do this.
Mhm.
Okay, bad idea. This one too, bad idea.
So it should be clear CTA.
I'm gonna show you. You're gonna see it right away. Right when I show it to you, you're gonna know what the design needs to look like. Nope, bad idea. You guys are all shit. Yeah, horrible. Awesome. There we go. Okay.
Mhm.
This is the first website that has a dialog box on the right side, like right away, right when you load it up.
Yeah.
Like first thing above the fold, this is called the fold. Anything you see below here, right, is called below the fold. This is below the fold, right? So above the fold, which is everything you see right when this is the fold, right? Everything you hear, right? You need to have this form here, number one. And you need to have this phone number, especially when looking at it from mobile, right? So if we go here and we just say, okay, let's drop this to mobile, right? Okay, look what happens mobile. All you see, call now, right?
Mhm.
And form. Okay.
Yeah.
And just people saying, yes, this is awesome. This is great. This is like conversion rate, increasing conversion rate. These little pop-ups will come up saying this person signed up, or whatever, right? So, but you can see, then you can see their work, whatever. It's all in here. It looks good. So anything else from there is fine as long as there's information about the business, right? But really, this is the right Google Ads strategy. So this guy's doing it right. No. By the way, each time, here's another one that's doing it right. Okay, this one's actually doing it better than all of them. This is perfect. Okay, you have your form. This is a multi-step form. You fill the form. Next. Okay, It's going to ask you what you want, etc. So this is what you want: phone number, form, simple. Okay, he's using, credibility with Homestars awards. But anyways, okay, so you get the idea. So that's the landing page.
Yes.
Okay, be able to convert, and then when the landing page, when they fill that form or when they call, there needs to be GHL automations to remind you to call them back if there's a missed call.
Mhm.
And if there is a form fill, then there needs to be like automation after engagement sequence. Okay.
Mhm.
But But anyways, so you need to set that up. The landing page looking like that. I'm gonna drop this guy's link, even though it's not the best landing page, but this is exactly the structure. So you know. Okay, that's in the chat. And yeah, and so that's how you set it up. Now the next thing is going to be retargeting ads on Meta. So all you have to do is throw in the pixel onto this landing page. Simple as that. And then anyone who comes to this page who has you know, a Facebook account registered with their IP is going to be actually you know, seeing some ads as well on Meta. Okay, it doesn't spend as much because the audience size is small, unless you spend a lot in Google and you have more traffic, then it'll start to make sense on Meta. Okay. But anyways, okay, so that's how we do it. Now we can go through the actual campaign setup. So this is strategy. We understand the strategy, right?
Yes. Quick question. So for exact match, phrase match, and broad match, we cannot use all three together.
What do you mean?
So targeting. So we can do targeting by exact match, phrase match, and broad match.
Yeah, and you can
Use
do
all
three
three
different.
together.
You can do, yeah, you can do exact match, phrase match, you know, like broad match. You can do different campaigns. You can segregate them into different campaigns. You can put them in the same campaigns.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it's there's no you can set those up. That's just kind of like the strategy for how you want to filter your keywords when you're targeting. But then again, on top of keywords, there's also like Google also has like location targeting, you
Yeah.
know, gender, right? Age, right? They have those details as well. But you don't really need to touch those. Just keep those like as open as possible, and then
Yeah, makes sense.
filter by your location where you want the leads from, and then use all these different things, right? So yeah, so that'll be the strategy. All right, so now we can talk about like specifically like setting up a campaign. Like I'll show you an example. This is a campaign I'm running just for myself. Okay, just like literally for my own company, right? So the last not spending much whatsoever. I think these ads were only launched like what, 9 days ago, 10 days ago. So we have on this one campaign here, we have 85 clicks. Okay, it's pretty expensive at an average cost per click of $4.22. And so, but these are targeted clicks of people that I want. I spent $400 only on this. Okay, I got 85 clicks and I got 2 leads from this campaign at almost $200 a lead. Okay, but I don't care because the next campaign that I have, which is my retargeting campaign, how I structured it is it's bringing in 800 clicks for 17 cents per click, and it's gotten a total of 102 leads in the last 10 days. So they got 102 conversions in the last 10 days. So 102 divided by 10, that's basically 10 leads a day. And it's only $1.35 a lead. So the cost per lead, $1.35. So I don't really care too much about this campaign because this one's bringing in more than enough we can handle, right? Okay, so if I were to come here, I'm going to go into so first of all, you know, if you look at the appearance, there's like the new design, there's like they have the quick design, then they have this getting started fucking design. Don't do any of that. Stay in the advanced. This is the advanced way to run Google Ads. Okay. You can do the side view like this, where everything's here. All your campaigns are on the side, or you can do it on the top, wherever you want. But anyways, you come here and you click create campaign. You're going to have a couple options, website traffic, etc. Let's just click website traffic. Okay. And we are going to then click continue. And here is where we decide what kind of campaign it's going to be. So here's the goal. We want traffic. And then here's like, do we want a Google search campaign? The search campaign, this one here. This is this search campaign. Okay. Display, and then you have video. Video is YouTube. So if we go to video, this here, what you need here, all the prerequisites apply to this structure. Okay.
Okay.
Let's click on, let's just say Google search. Do you want to learn how to do?
Yeah, let's do search.
Okay, search. Okay, so then you put in your website. So let's just do. Okay. Call this VM test traffic.
Before we, okay, we click continue. But what's the difference between search and lead traffic? Sorry, website traffic and lead traffic.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, so and it's better to do website traffic then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially because Google also has something called a website quality score.
Uh-huh.
So like a trust score with Google.
Okay.
So so you want like to make sure that your trust score, whatever domain you're going to be using, just make sure the trust score is not bad. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And here's the thing. So you can optimize for clicks, then you can optimize for conversions. With Google Ads, never click on clicks. Okay.
Yeah.
Only conversions. Which means you need to have your conversions already set up. Okay.
Makes sense.
You need to go to tools and settings over here. You need to go to conversions. Okay. And once you're in conversions, then you're going to be able to set up those rules. Okay. And
so it's basically like Pixel, but in Google.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So set up your pixel, that's it, let it install it on your website, and then it'll track, what pages they go to, etc. And then you can set up your conversions, have that already set up. Once that's set up, then you click next. You're not going to do display network, but you want to stay within search network. Okay? You can target locations here. This is where you would enter another location, just like Facebook, Meta ads. You can target Toronto, right? Okay, there we go. That's the reach, right? So this is like whatever the airport, yeah, let's say Toronto, just the city. There we go. And that's 10 million reach. There we go. Okay. So you see how you can get very targeted with the areas with Google Ads. Like you can do like, and it'll tell you the exact size. And then it'll tell you, look, what kind of location targeting do you want to do? Presence or interest? This is people who are in or regularly in the targeted locations, right? And presence is people that are actually like in the target location. And this is presence or interest, which means they're in the location, but they also have interested in the location.
Oh, I see. It's like on Facebook, they had that option before.
Exactly. So you can say for if you want to make sure guaranteed they're in there, then you just click this one.
No, it's better to use the first one because more traffic. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, so and then you come down here, audience segments. Okay. And you can create different audience segments and things like that. This is like a very important part. So you want to type in, let's just say I'm running, let's just say I'm trying to get more website design clients, right?
Can we actually try something construction related?
I mean, because this is my account, I'm just gonna do it I'm literally gonna launch this campaign.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, okay, so basically I'm going to find people who are in the market for website design and development. So let's look back here. With targeting on YouTube ads, you have in-market audiences, but this is the same because Google owns YouTube. It's the same targeting for Google. So I can say, okay, look, either I target by in-market audiences or I don't do that at all, and I just target by keywords. Okay.
Mhm.
So look, I'll just, for example, I can say, okay, I want people who are in the market for website design services, who are in the market for domain registration, who are in the market for advertising, who are in the market for da 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 da, and I can leave it at that, right? And just launch my ad from there. And then it's just going to show my ad for people in Toronto who are in the market for these three things, right? That's one way to launch Google Ads, right? In market audiences, right? But you don't necessarily need to do that. You can just clear that whole thing. That's one. So I would launch one campaign like that, just to test, which is called in-market campaign. Then you want to actually you can create you can decide if you want to do broad match keywords or different types of keywords here. You can turn that on and off for broad match here. Targeting wise, you can say, okay, narrow the reach of your campaign just to the selected segments. Okay. So if I'm targeting specific in-market audiences, it's just going to go to those people who are in those audiences. That's what you want in order to get the benefit of that in-market campaign. Okay. But yeah, so basically that's the quick setup there. Then you click next, and here's where you can put your keywords in. So just to be clear, I'm going to go back, okay, just to explain this to you again. So how do I go back? All right. So here I was presented with the option to add what's called audience segments. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So I can remove all of those and say, no, I don't want this. Okay. Then I can click next. Okay. Now here is where I'm going to be targeting people from the keywords. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So we will go here and we'll say, so I'm going to go to ChatGPT. And say, provide me with a list of 30 keywords that are similar to these. We can say Toronto website design firm. Say website services. Website services. Say it can website consultant website company Webflow services Toronto WordPress services Toronto. This site design service. Okay. It's going to give me a list of these keywords. So first thing, I'm going to grab the original keywords I wanted. Put it in my Google Ads campaign, delete all this shit, put it in here. Then the next thing.
So the keywords that you had before, it was automatically generated, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Never use those, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Those. Okay, and I'm just doing this as an example, but you want to have like lots of keywords. Okay, because especially if I go back, I'm not doing broad match, right? I'm doing exact match. So I can be like, provide me with 30 more, including areas like areas like Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Halifax, and let's just say and right. Now it's going to give me more keywords with more geographies. So that's good. Now, remember, this is where people get stuck, okay? You see how these keywords here say Vancouver Web Design Agency?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I go back in my campaign, remember when I was doing my targeting, I set up Toronto.
Yeah.
So this is where people can get fucked, right? If I target Toronto, my geo, and I put Vancouver in the keyword, right?
Yeah.
And I do exact match for the keyword, my ads are not gonna run.
Like
Right?
at all, or just for this keyword?
No, at all. Like it's not gonna run at all because you're telling it to do exact match, right?
Yeah.
For Vancouver Web Design Agency, but you're telling it to do that exact match campaign only for the people in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So you're asking for Google to target people who are in Toronto who are searching Vancouver web design agency, right? So it's not going to be enough people,
Yeah.
or your ads will barely spend. See what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
So you need to understand how Google Ads works. It's not like Facebook or anything like that. You have to like actually like plan it out properly, right? So if you're going to use geos in your keywords,
It should be the whole Canada then.
exactly, you got
Yeah.
it. It's the only thing I wanted to point out. Now, okay, so let's just say you got your full list or whatever. Then you can, add them all here. And then once you have that here, you can see like a little ad preview, but we're going to change that in a second. So you click next. Okay, budget, average daily budget. We can set this to, it's saying it's giving me an estimate
Yeah. Is
based
this
on my
estimate
settings.
accurate or no?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
So it's telling me that based on the way I set it up, I'm going to get 54 weekly conversions. Okay, because I also have conversions in my ad accounts. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It can give me these estimates based on like I already have conversion set up. I already have data on that, right?
Yeah, based off your previous campaigns.
Exactly. So it's going to say this is the estimated sort of overall strategy. So for $500 Canadian, I'll be getting 54 leads from this strategy just for website design. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's key is like if we come here to the actual ad side, hold on. This is where we need to actually make it happen as when it comes to like designing the ads. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So first things first, you don't want to have things that don't matter. So for example, I have site links over here. Or sorry, where are they? Yeah. So anyway, so this is where you put your URL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. From there, you're going to put in the path. So variancemarketing.com/survey, right? And then from there, you can come in here and this is where you put in the actual headlines. So you're going to go like this. Remember, these are 90 characters max. Sorry, 30 characters max, my bad. Say write me 30 different high converting Google ad headlines that are max 30 characters. We can say over here, here are examples. Okay, first one is like affordable website design. Next one, oh shit. 1 second. Okay, these are fine, honestly.
Yeah, and we can use emojis, right?
Yeah, so you just go like this, website design, portable website design. Here, and then we're going to put that here, affordable website design. We're going to go elite, no emojis ever, just elite web services for the next one. For stunning sites, low cost, that's a great one. Put that in here. Then you're going to do web excellence here. Then you're going to do website design superstars. Do
Rockstar websites.
websites. Do high converting websites. You can do strong CTR website builds. You can do beautiful or you can just say website design overall. You want to add a lot of these, okay? You can say like
Is there like a cap or no?
it will eventually tell you that you can't, but like for example, this is like the cap, so it's pretty much like only a couple.
So max it out.
Yeah, definitely max it out. Yeah. And you want to say like provide more now, specifically focused on website design services or website design company. So it's going to give you more headlines. Yeah, here we go. Top site design now. This is a great one. Put that one here. Top site design now. Innovative site design. Design all stars. Okay, and that's fine. Then I can just say like what else here? Two more. We'll say website build build a gorgeous website.
So when it says, for example, innovative site design, or even here, like, okay, it changes every time. Top site design now. Is it Google converting these words? Like
Yeah, I'm
after
going to
that?
explain to you how it works
Okay.
now. So basically, all of these headlines here, okay, what Google's going, what it's going to do is going to mix them all up. So, for example, innovative site design will be here.
Makes
And
sense.
then we'll say website design all stars below it, right? And you can even have sometimes even more. So, but for now, this I'm just going to explain this to you in order. So this is the titles. Description wise, you want to have something like this. But done with ChatGPT, you can do less. Be like create me 10 Google ad descriptions that are less than 90 that are less than 90 characters, specifically focusing on website design services, right? and how Variance Marketing is an expert firm in designing cutting edge websites for clients. Okay. You'll see what it says. It's going to produce the YouTube the descriptions that we need, right? So we're going to say here, variance expert in, whatever that says, transform your online presence. Okay. So we have that there. Drop it here. Next one, cutting edge sites by variance or design services. Grab that. Paste that here. Take away all the punctuation, any exclamation marks, just remove those. You can't run any of that. So,
like for example, cutting edge sites. So should we remove that or no?
yeah, you can't have that. So just do cutting edge. Okay, like that. And then just do innovative designs, websites that wow clients. Okay. Then we'll do one more. Say, okay, get a stunning website. Okay. All right. So now you see like what it's going to kind of look like. It gives you an idea. Here's what it's going to look like on desktop. It's going to give you a similar concept. Okay. So those are the sure this is HTTP. Better. There we go. Okay. Add all the headlines, descriptions. You could go ahead and add like your logo, because like sometimes when you search up, right, let's just say I search up Toronto website design, right? See how the logo's there?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just have to make sure your website's already like registered. But anyways, so that will you can do that there. You can add site links. Site links are like little links that are in the bottom of your ad that here, I'll show you what a site link is. Let's see if they have one. So here we go. You see the difference? You see this ad here?
Yeah.
It's just description and then the headlines, right? But you see the ad here has links, okay? Links to other pages on their website, like their tech stack, portfolio, whatever. So I think it's better to run without site links. Sometimes it can be better with site links, but depends on the situation. Okay, so but yeah, you can do that here. And yeah, there's more you can do, but really that's all you need. You can do URL parameters, etc. We're not gonna do any of that shit right now. So it says overall 74.6% optimization score. I could have added way more keywords, like significantly more.
Yeah, it should be like more than 500 at least, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly. It even says add more keywords.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, so let's just say I'm done. I'm gonna click next. Okay, and then let's just set a budget. We'll do skip. Okay, so we'll say daily average budget. Let's spend $40 a day to start. Okay, so it's going to give me roughly $280 in spend per week. $5.92 a conversion based on the parameters I set. So let's
it's going to be a week conversion.
Yeah. Say, well, it's going to go to my survey page, which is going to look like this. Okay. This is the page I'm sending them to with Google Ads. So remember what I told you, Anna. Is this a good idea to send them here?
Yes. Oh, no,
No,
wait.
it's not. It's not.
No, it should
This
be
is what
the
we
form.
need.
Yes.
Exactly. We need that. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So anyways, I'm just doing this for example's sake, right? But I have this tracked as a conversion within my Google Ads. So once this is filled, this will give me this will give me some more things I can do. So anyways, see how it says punctuation and symbols. We can't have any punctuation and symbols. So let's remove that. Punctuation.
I think it's in the description. Yeah, we have dots.
$40 a day. And we will try to publish it. We have 39 keywords. See if it lets us. No, it doesn't again. So there's still issues, punctuation. Here we go. It's good now. That's $40 a day. Oh, fuck. What are the issues? Says punctuation and symbols. Where are the symbols? Okay.
I don't see anything here. Gurus, like web design gurus. At the end, we have explanations.
There we go. Okay, let's try that now. All right. There we go. Okay, so you just click publish campaign. So we'll say VM search campaign website design needs survey page. Okay. That's it. Publish. And that's it.
Okay, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah. It's not hard. Running YouTube ads is honestly harder.
Yeah, but for the service-based business, it's they don't need YouTube ads. They actually need like just conversion ads.
Yeah, exactly. But you need to set up, remember, exact match. You need to do exact match properly, right?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
need to
I
have
will.
hundreds of keywords,
Yes,
if not thousands. You know,
makes sense.
the best result for your client. You can get crazy results with Google Ads, but it's all about how much you feed it, right? If you only feed it 39 keywords like I did, right? Exact match, right?
Yeah.
Right? What are you going to do? Now, how do you do exact match, phrase match, and broad match? How do you do that? Okay. So exact match, phrase match, and broad match. How do you do that? So basically how it works, it all depends on how you like put in the keyword in the box. Okay.
Mhm.
So there's different symbols. Here are the symbols. Okay. Do you see you guys see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is for inputting keywords, right? You just put the keyword in, and this is going to make it broad match.
Mhm.
So that's what we did, broad match, right?
Yeah.
But if we do with quotations, it's phrase
Mhm.
match.
Mhm.
Okay. And if we do with brackets like this, it's exact match. So
Yeah.
here's what we're going to do, because I want to make sure this is going to run properly. I'm going to go back. We're going to go to campaigns. Campaigns. Web design. Right? We're going to choose use keyword match types, save. So that needs to be on there, keyword match types. This allows you to start changing it from the symbols that we just showed.
Mhm.
And then you want to actually go into the campaign, add group. Okay, these are all the keywords here. Okay, so these are what we're seeing now. We'll see here. I want to actually edit this. I haven't done this. How did I edit this last time? Keyword. Okay, so I can remove these ones here and I can add more and say to group number 1, and this is where you can put it. So like these are the different groups, like there's 39 keywords I added. Okay, so I can say show 200. Here's all the keywords I added. Okay, and you can see the ones that are saying not eligible. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
This means it's low search volume, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is low search volume, so you can't use those. Now, exact match, I'm going to take this exact keyword list. Say,
We should ask him to make quotations. Okay, yeah.
okay, so now we have it in quotations. And this is good. Quotations is phrase match. Remember that. Which is what I'm going to do for this campaign. But if I had more time and I had the ability to get hundreds of keywords, I would do exact match. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And exact match would be the brackets. Okay, boom, enter, set, save. Okay, we just added more. So now we're at 69 keywords total.
Yeah, the one that are red flagged, so should we delete them or what?
Yeah, so what you're going to notice as well, here's what I want you to understand too. When you launch your campaign, okay, it's going to tell you like which search terms are bringing in you like
The most.
okay, so you go to insights and reports, and you go to search terms.
Mm-hmm.
From here, you'll see all the search terms that are leading people to enter your website.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have this list, if you see that certain keywords that like you don't want those people from those keywords coming to your website, right? You go to search terms and then you can change that keyword as a negative keyword. Okay, so you see here under negative keywords, negative keywords, you can add negative keywords. I don't want people that are looking for website design event. See what I mean?
Yes.
Like I want website design services, people looking for website. I want a website.
Yes.
I don't want someone looking to go to a web design event, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the negative keywords, I can add this as a negative keyword. But also every single day or every week or every couple days, you should be coming in insights and reports, search terms, seeing what is actually bringing you traffic.
Yeah, and then
right?
create more search keywords based on
Create
that.
more negative keywords that are blocking those terms that you don't want, right? And then create more new keywords that are increasing the inventory for your Google Ads campaign.
Makes sense.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And then another thing too is there's also synonyms as well. So like website design services, they also have website development services. It's the same thing.
Right.
So you think like that as well. You can think like synonymously, vertically, like, you know, however you want to do it, right? But that is how you run and set up a simple Google ad campaign. Now, you can do retargeting as well. You would set up a conversion, set up an audience, okay? You have audiences in here. You can set up an audience. You can also use the keyword planner. I haven't touched on this yet, but basically you can just discover new keywords, right? So like, let's just say Toronto website design services. Okay, and then let's go. All right, sparking.com. Okay. So you can use their keyword planner. Google has a tool where it gives you rough estimates on search volume. Average monthly searches, you see? Website design Toronto, 3,600. Website design Toronto, 3,600, 1,300, right? So you can add these, right? And you can look, here's the current bids. See? Top of page bid right now. $5 to be top for website development Toronto.
But it's not much.
No, it's not. for people who are like coming from Google, it's super targeted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Google leads, I'll tell you, are better than Meta leads.
Yeah, I can tell that. And actually, I realized that for dynamic creative and the way you showed, it's actually from Google. You just do the same thing on Facebook, but based off Facebook setup. Because dynamic creative, you also create as much creatives as possible, as much copies as possible, headlines, etc., to optimize the ad.
Yeah, exactly. You're just
Yeah.
feeding it with more data so it can perform better. So same thing here. Google will bring you great results, guys. I highly, 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 highly recommend. I'm going to click on all of these keywords, and I'm going to copy them. And I'm actually going to go back to my campaigns. I'm going to go back here. We're going to go over to keywords, search keywords, add, same ad group, paste. But we want these all in broad match, or sorry, phrase match. So send this back to me with quotations. So now it's giving me like all the keyword planner keywords as well in phrase match.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, guys, if I generate a shit ton of website design leads off of this, then maybe I'll forward some of them to you guys. Because I don't do too many websites these days. But yeah, so anyways, so when it comes down to it, this is literally all it takes to run Google ads, like on a beginner level, right? There is obviously some expert level shit we haven't gone over. But there's no need for you guys to stress over that, because this is all you need to know at this stage. All you need to know right now is how to get a campaign up and running,
Mm-hmm.
and how to navigate this ads manager so you can do well. So now we have a total of 118 keywords in here.
Mm-hmm.
All of the ones that are status ineligible, you can remove them if you want. But yeah, it will already just like not work for those, but you can just leave them in there, whatever you want. So anyway, but yeah, all the ones that do end up working, well, you can have them in there.
And capitalize on
Yeah.
them.
Sorry, what's that?
And then capitalize on the words that are working, and then just sorry, disregard those that are not working.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Makes a lot of sense. I got everything. Thank you so much.
Last thing I'll tell you as well before we end this here.
Mhm.
We go to click cease. You ever heard of that?
No.
Okay. So
Oh,
whenever
I
you
got
run a
it.
Google ad
Yeah.
campaign, it's important for you to actually set up click cease, because click cease will disallow the same IP address to consistently click on your ads.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have competitors like this that are not gonna like that these guys are here. Like I
Mm-hmm.
want my ads to be here, right? But they're here. I don't like that. So let me click on them, because every single time I click on them, they have to pay for it. They paid whatever
Yes.
cost per click, right? Go back, click on them again. So instead of doing, I'm trying to get them out of business. Now that was $2, right? For them, $3, right? Etc. Right? I can do it from incognito windows. I can do it from multiple devices, etc. Right? So to avoid that, we use ClickCease. ClickCease is a pixel. You install it on your website, and ClickCease will disallow anyone to click onto your website and increase your Google ads.
Yes. Okay, makes sense.
Okay? It will
That's fine.
protect your Google ads, so no competitor can try and increase your ad cost. Okay, so this is like important to install on the website. Okay,
So,
which is when I'll put it here, we have install ClickCease.
for example, if it's not for my website but for a client's website, How can I actually install this? Or never mind. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think you can figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you just get an account. It's gonna produce the pixel for you. You just install the pixel.
Mhm.
Okay.
And for landing pages, once again, so for example, now we used your website. I can use my website, but if it comes to their website, I don't need to access to their domain. I can just put it into Google Ads and that's it.
Yeah, but you don't want to this so okay, let me rephrase this. Okay, so with how with Facebook you're using your ad accounts.
Yes.
So with Google you don't want to do that.
Don't want to be that?
No, you don't want to
Okay.
do it. Yeah. With
So I
Google,
just use their
use
assets
their
for
ad
that.
account. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
use their ad account. Yeah. And that's it. So use their ad account. It should already have like their stuff in there, their own conversions, all that. You can set up an MCC account, like a master Google Ads account that has sub accounts in it.
Okay.
So Google has that feature where you can set up one master account and then have all your client accounts roll up to that. But for the sake of this, just keep it simple. Like you'll worry about that later. Right now, just launch the campaign and see how it goes for yourself.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so we got Rob Caruso. LinkedIn automation is great. Had at least 10 people ask for more information and already had 3 conversations and looks like one is a client. Rob, congrats, man. That's awesome, man. So tell me about that. So how long have you been running LinkedIn automation?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the day after we talked about it last week, so Friday, I started on Friday, got the 2 free accounts set up, and it's like leads the first day right away.
Beauty.
Great.
So you got leads right away, eh? So how
Oh
many leads?
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, like I said, I had about 4 or 5 conversations already. And every day right now, when I first started, I sent out, I had it set up to send 50 invites a day, but I think we could only do 50 a week or something like that. So I switched it up to 20 a day. And, but anyway, yeah, I got follow-up campaigns already. So it took me like an hour to set it up. It's beautiful.
So Rob, do you see how easy this shit is, man?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's
Right? And
beautiful.
you know what's nice? Like that is just one strategy, right? Like Rob, once use that because that strategy is automated and because it's cheap, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we once we start making money from that, okay, you need to get an SDR next, right? Have cold emails now going out and have cold calls going out. Now you have a new channel that you established while the previous channel is still working, while LinkedIn's still running. You have this new channel called SDRs, right?
Yeah.
From SDRs, now your outreach, you have a big outreach team. You have a LinkedIn outreach, and then you have a cold call outreach going on. And then from there, you're going to move to advertising, right? Once your outreach is maximized, you have cold emails, you have SDRs, you have DM outreach, you have the this stuff you're doing on LinkedIn, right? So all these different outreach channels are all running. Then you move to advertising. And once you master advertising, like nowadays, like typically we do a lot of advertising now because we've built systems and have a lot of money to play with to be able to do that, right? So same thing applies to you, like as you go through this, like start with the outreach stuff, build it up, the low cost outreach stuff, get the clients from that, with the clients from that, take the money, invest it in other channels. You constantly want leads coming in, so that's good, man. And so wait, you had 4 conversations, and what are you targeting for your LinkedIn campaign?
Real estate agents.
Real estate agents, nice. And then you're offering them like pre-con, or what exactly are you doing with them?
No, actually just Facebook ads, but I'm targeting sellers. So I'm not doing buyers, I'm actually doing seller ads, like to
Beautiful.
target sellers. Yeah. So that niche I think is, not nobody's doing it. Everybody's doing
Beautiful.
buyers. So
Yeah, I'm glad. That's awesome, man. So that's keep that up, and congrats on that. And yeah, that should be motivation. Anyone else on the call who does not have LinkedIn outreach set up, Rob is your proof that it works. Okay, so get it set up if you haven't already.